Hi there, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap. Thank you for coming back week after week as we try to comprehend the horrors of modern world. Do you comprehend the horrors yet, Jackie?
I'm trying to.
How's it going?
What do you mean? It's just comprehending, like, oh, look at that. That's awful. That's comprehending it, isn't it? I mean, it's just look at, good Lord, we just gonna let this go on? Is this what we're gonna do? I guess so, all right.
Yep, sounds like you comprehended it pretty good.
Well, I comprehended it ain't doing me no good. What the hell am I gonna do about it is what it is. I don't know what to do. People like putting things out there. Here's what you can do, this and that, whatnot, and this, Gavin Newsom says what you could do is send him California money. He needs money in order to make sure they can cheat just like Texas does.
Yep.
So that's what politics is now. Give me some money because we got to cheat like they cheat. Because nobody going to stop him from cheating, so we got to cheat. That's just election whore right now. There are a lot of other terrible things going on, too.
Did you call him an election whore?
Who's that?
Gavin
Whore.
Newsom.
Whore. I didn't call nobody a whore. Wouldn't do that. That's rude.
Well,
I mean,
hey, listen, as funny as he's been lately, that's a pretty fair description.
I mean, politician, yeah, well, I ain't going to say it, but okay.
I think he's gotten pretty funny. I'd like to see him have a podcast with Hunter Biden. I think just him sitting around cussing would be funny.
Look, if the current president at the moment wasn't destroying people's lives and killing people all around the world with the various policies that he's putting into place, putting people out of work, whatnot, that stuff of him with Muscles and Rocky and Superman, all that would be funny. It would be funny. It's the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life. I never seen, and people like take that seriously, but then when Newsom does it, it's like nobody takes it seriously, and people get mad about it, which I guess is good. Yeah.
What if he's not joking and he's like, I want the muscles too?
I guess that's what it is now. I guess that, that's what, he's making fun of him. Is he? I don't know. It's getting people's attention. Maybe that's just what it is now. Maybe Trump has turned it into that, and they don't like it because he's doing what they do, and people are liking it. But I guess that's what it is. Is he really making fun of him? Is he really calling him out, or is he just playing the game like it's played now?
Did you send him any money?
I didn't send him no damn money.
Well, he needs money so he can type in all caps.
Hell, if he's, down to the wire, he'll let me know. They'll send you an email. They'll send you a phone thing. I ain't got no phone. They can't get me there. But if you got Democrat anything, they're going to ask you for money. That's the thing. Now, I understand people looking for hope and people looking, what can we do, what not. But when you reach out, they're like, by God, I'm going to sign a petition. I'm going to do something. I'm going to sign up and do, and volunteer and stuff. There's something to that. But usually pretty much any time you sign up, make your voice heard, this or that, when you get to the last thingamajig or whatever you're going to click or sign or whatever, it's like, give me $25, give me $40, give me $30. Not everybody got that money to give. There's a reason people are upset and want to click things, and one of the reasons is they ain't got no damn money. They ain't got enough money for groceries. They ain't got enough money for this, so they're going to give money to you because they're already mad because they ain't got money? What the hell?
Did anybody call you anymore on the landline? You
I
still
haven't-
get called? Gavin Newsom call you on the landline?
He don't call me in Tennessee.
To ask for money? I figured he might.
He probably need the money. He won't call long distance like that over and over again. Yeah, I done robocalls, whatnot. I don't know where they all calling. I ain't on a whole lot of Democrats' list, whatnot, so I'm sure it ain't as near as bad as people who are clicking everything. Because you out of money at some point.
I think Gavin Newsom, I know there's a lot of young people, progressive people, more lefty people out there than us, your favorite MSNBC aunties. But I think Gavin Newsom may actually be making some inroads with people. I heard there's an old lady at the store, and she was talking to this old man, and he was like, oh, Gavin Newsom. And the old lady said, yeah, he's pretty to look at, though. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want to happen. But I guess I want it to happen, just not with old ladies lusting after Gavin Newsom.
I don't want...
He's making some old ladies horny. Maybe some
All
old
right.
listen.
I don't
Some old ladies are want to get up in it.
All right, I don't want to hear it. It's not. That's what politics come down to. Is somebody taking the shirt off with fake muscles? What the hell happened? What happened to legislation? What happened to policies? What happened? I mean, all that out the window now. It's you're fired this or whatnot, and I hate Mexicans. That's it. Look how big my muscles are. Vote for me. I mean, what else is it? I don't trans people in the bathroom, Mexicans, vote for me. Women's rights. We need to give women's rights back. Legitimate reason. Yes, we need to vote for that. Yeah. Also, look at my big muscles. What the hell? This is what America wants now. I mean, it is, because this is where we got. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. Yeah.
If Gavin Newsom can get some old woman who voted for Donald Trump, if he can get her going downstairs, if he becomes the Conway Twitty of this election, Conway Twitty famously got more panties wet than Maytag. I had to remember it.
All
Got
right.
more panties wet than
Shut your
Maytag.
mouth.
If that's Gavin Newsom now, I think it was the muscles, because sure, he's got the slick back hair and he looks like a caricature. He looks like somebody dressing up like Donald Trump in 1987 for Halloween. But he comes on, and now the muscles and the holding Melania trolling, and I think that puts it in people's minds. And then they're like, well, he is kind of funny. And then they start thinking, well, Donald Trump, his hands all messed up now.
Yeah.
He's not as handsome as I used to think he was. Maybe
Who
this
thought
Gavin
he would-
Newsom
Nobody
is
ever
what I
thought-
want in
No,
my bedroom
No, nobody ever
of
thought.
White House.
Nobody ever thought Trump was handsome. And no way possible. They talk about brainwash or whatever, or cult or everything like say that. That's the only thing that convinces me is the people thinking that man is something to aspire to be or something good to look at. It make me. I don't mean to get all physical. Look at this, and you're not supposed to do that. But the man's ugly as hell. We all know it. Don't tell me he ain't. He's the worst thing in the world to look at. And then it just makes himself uglier, putting paint on and fixing hair like this, and the same. It's just anyway. I don't like looking at him. I can't imagine who does. If you think that's good looking, I really hate to think what you look like. Good Lord.
Dang.
Well.
If the election comes down to this, that some old ladies got horny for Trump,
All right,
and now they're horny for Gavin Newsom.
I don't have to.
I mean, I'm going to take it. People need different kinds of fantasies. Also, here's another thing with the churches. I heard this old preacher saying, oh, isn't it funny how God lifted up Donald Trump, thrice divorced, whatever, serial philanderer, to lead us into the glory days of heaven, whatever.
Adjudicated rapist.
Yeah. Isn't it funny, Jackie, how God lifted Donald Trump up to... It is funny. I mean, in a sad, crying, awful, depressed way. That kind of funny.
Uh-huh.
Not like funny ha-ha, but like, oh. But if churches come to embrace and embody Donald Trump, then maybe what we need is a sexy, sultry Gavin Newsom sliding that lanky frame under our fences.
Well, he already fits in this category. That's the thing. People are thinking, oh, he's just starting to do this. No. Go back and look at, there are pictures of him with his ex-wife, Don Jr.'s, I can't pronounce her name, Fox News lady, laid out on the carpet. In their 20s, and again, I ain't judging. I take whatever kind of big picture you want to in your big fancy living room with your skylight and all that. I don't care if you're rich, but you like to show it off. That's part of what America is. I get it. But don't think he's just doing this all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden he just come and flash it because of Trump. No, he always been this way.
You're talking about sleazy and gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I fight fire with fire, I guess. What not? Is he the sleazy, gross version Democrats need to put up, the sleazy, gross, what I guess what politics is now, so be it. I don't know. Nobody else seems to be making a dent, but I ain't going to get too excited about it. I'll get excited about whoever can stop this mess. Whoever can do that, show me you can do that, I'll vote for you. No matter how good you look laying on the carpet or with your muscles, your shirt, your cartoon, Rocky Superman, whatever the hell it is. I don't give a damn.
When you said his wife, Fox News lady,
Yeah.
I didn't have an exact picture of her, but I was in the neighborhood.
Well, yeah.
As soon as you said that, people were like, "Oh, I kind of know who she is."
She ain't got nobody now. She left. I don't know when she left Newsom, but she was. I'm going to be with this big politician. I'm going to be with Don Jr. And when Don Jr. kicks you to the curb, good Lord, something ain't right. But so be it. Of course, if Don Jr. embraces you and takes you in a relationship, something ain't right either.
No.
But whatnot. But I don't know what, you ain't going to hear from her because she, who knows where she is now.
If you're in an orbit of Don Jr.,
Yeah.
coming or going,
Yeah.
something ain't right.
Something ain't right. Something went wrong in your life. Something said you took a wrong turn one way or another. Yeah.
And also, Fox News lady, ex-wife of Gavin Newsom and Don Jr. fling relationship former. Were they married?
Who?
Don Jr. and
No,
Fox
I don't think
News
the
wife.
guy ever did get married.
Okay.
I think he was still trying to get out of the marriage. Trump is either getting out of a marriage about, they have to get out of one first before they get in the other one or whatever.
They don't have to.
Well, I guess not, yeah.
Try going after somebody with natural hair. Just sort of like maybe somebody with a feathered look. Maybe somebody with kind of a parted maybe somebody with a mullet. Those are kind of back in, like a mustache and a mullet. You like dirt bags. Do you like the dirt bag look?
Find a man that doesn't have his face, skin treated, or, whatever they put on your face. You go into a place once a week or whatever, and they do stuff to you. That, you could tell. Don't just try to find a man that doesn't do that. I understand. I got to go on TV. I got to look. Yeah, right. Secretary of State built a whole makeup, chambers there in the Pentagon. That's what's, we needed there.
They call it the makeup chambers.
Yeah.
And if any other person built a makeup chambers, and he would be drummed out of the service under Pete Hegseth.
Yep, he would have gotten them out of there by now. Who want a makeup?
If he walks around, if he inspects your quarters and he finds a hint of concealer.
Yeah. And I go for everybody. Say, all right, if I have to take women in the military, fine. But I ain't getting no damn makeup. No. The only person that gets makeup in the Pentagon is me when I look pretty on TV.
He finds you concealer and pockets it for later for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for somebody who doesn't take care of their skin and maybe doesn't have that slicked back hairstyle you've found your fingers stuck in for a while. Maybe you'd like somebody slick on top from lack of hair and a sheen of sweat. Maybe you want somebody who a little dark under the eyes. It's wisdom. Maybe you want somebody with facial hair. Maybe you want somebody who is a different kind of sleaze bag.
Wow.
I'm just saying, you know where to find me.
All right.
Patreon.com/Red State Update, folks.
Yeah, whatever.
If you are the ex-wife of Gavin Newsom and former relationship of Don Jr., and you want to come over and say hey, or if you want to give us $5 a month, you'll get 20 extra minutes of this'n and that'n. That's every pretty much time week.
Sure. Yeah. If you like what you get here, if $5 goes to help us out, it don't go to help him help nobody that dated Trump Jr. Better not anyway. But it goes to help us out, do all this stuff, and and also we give back a little bit when we can, and 20 minutes. If y'all like what you hear here, you're probably gonna like a little extra.
When you start dating somebody, Jackie, you know what it's like. You start dating somebody, and you go, I don't know what were their past relationships like. How do I compare? How do I stack up? Am I better for her than they were? Well, in this case, you know the answer. Yes.
All right.
I mean, sure, I may not have the cocaine hookups of certain other slick back fellers, suitors, gentlemen callers, Maybe I ain't got the money or the connections or the shameless lack of self-awareness that keeps people from getting into politics, believing they can save the world. Listen, all I do is get on here, helping this old man stay busy, keep his mind occupied.
Yeah.
That's public service. And then I get on here, I yell a little bit, I let off some steam. Maybe I come to the aid of the oppressed with a few witty remarks like, Trump, you need to lay off our friends, the oppressed. That's me. That's what I'm about.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want that and your name is whatever and you were married to Don Jr. possibly and definitely Gavin Newsom for a little while, hit me up. And if you're not her, hit us up, patreon.com/redstateupdate. $5 a month gets you 3, 4, 20 extra minutes, which is at least an hour.
Sometimes more than that. Yeah.
Usually more.
Sometimes we'll get to talking. You can't shut us up. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if we edited it, probably be about like six good minutes.
Right.
But nobody pays us to edit nothing.
Well, not enough anyway. If he paid enough, maybe I'd have time to sit down and do it. But I don't know how to do it to begin with.
You cut me all out of it.
Well, yeah, all the bad words, that's the first thing I'd learn how to do. I don't know how AIs work, but if there's some got to be a button you can hit on the computer to take all the bad words out, somebody need to tell me how to do it. I don't know AIs.
They is. AI, that's funny. AI got to stick up its ass like you, I guess.
Huh?
Got a clenched little asshole like you, can't stand no dirty talk at all.
See, right there, hit the button, it'd be gone, all of it.
It would be. Listen, on the thing that we use.
That sounds like a good use of AI. AI is supposed to be bad. I don't know how much it's going to pollute the air to get rid of all the bad words, but at least the bad words are not polluting my ears anymore. I'll breathe it in. That's fine. Trade it off. Get AIs, get rid of all the bad words. I don't have to hear it.
Well, you putting people out of work. You putting people at Coley's Christian Podcast, out of work. Coley's Christian Podcasting here in Murfreesboro. They go through the podcast. There's a bunch of podcasts, so you got to tell them. You go, well, I was interested in listening to, Theo Vaughn. Can you cut out all the cussing and non-Christian content? And they go, sure. And they give you whatever's left out of that.
Yeah.
When that's done. Or you can say, how about Red State Update? And they'll go through and they'll cut all my cussing out, everything that's slightly blasphemous. A lot of stuff Jackie says that he thinks is fine, but really it's right on the edge.
Cut out. I know sometimes I get mad and I say SHT, that word. That's about it. Hell, I say that, but I mean that's a real place. You can say that, you know what I mean by it. But
yeah, McMinnville.
Well,
I tell you, I went down there when I heard they was doing this podcasting. It's another sponsor at Coley's Christian Podcast. I went down there and I said, hey, how many people been asking for our podcast? Because I was just curious, like, are they having to go through a lot of effort? I was like, am I wasting their time with all my cuss words and filthy talk and descriptions of sexual acts?
All right.
I thought, well, maybe I need to think about it. Maybe I need to pull back a little bit. If I'm taking people's labor and I ain't getting paid the way they should for it, maybe I'm just indulging myself. Am I any different from AI? Just ruining people's lives with silly indulgences that I think people want, that I tell people they want.
Why?
So I thought maybe I need to find out. Maybe I need to change my ways.
Yeah? Well,
they didn't know we did a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Why would they? They don't listen to this.
I thought maybe somebody had said, hey. No. They said, Trey Crowder? I was like, no.
He don't cuss too much, does he?
I need to listen to it.
We made him one time, nice fella.
He didn't cuss in front of you.
He didn't. No, he didn't. He's a very nice, respectful young man. I liked him,
They need to. They was talking about Cracker Barrel on their podcast.
Oh, hell?
Should we talk about Cracker Barrel on ours?
What do you want to say about it? Everybody's concerned about Cracker Barrel, what the damn sign looks like. I care more about a fictitious old man sitting by a barrel than the tanks and government in the street. He got the Washington, D.C., he got our National Guard out there picking up garbage. That's how he respects our military. He sends them out there to pick up garbage. Ain't nothing for them to do, so y'all get out there and pick up I don't understand. They're locking up people in concentration camps. They're doing all this, and the world's upset about damn Cracker Barrel. Now, first, I admit when I first heard, like, why the hell are they doing that for? What do they do that? And then everybody said, well, woke ain't got nothing to do with it. All woke is now is something people don't like, and they call it woke. It's either that or what? If it's something different or something changes, people don't like nothing to change, or if it's something like it's just turned into something that I don't like. I don't like it. That's woke.
They don't like it because it got rid of a white man in a picture, and it was a woman running the company.
Oh, that's a combination. That's two strikes.
That's two strikes. So that's woke. It's anything that I don't like, but especially if a woman did it.
But pretty much everybody, and I know Cracker Barrel, like every company and organization, had done something terrible. They were years ago either fired a gay employee or this or that.
We were going to look up past Cracker Barrel scandals, but, there's only so much time in a day.
But for the most part, nowadays, I mean, everybody like Cracker Barrel. I mean, there's people don't like Chick-fil-A, but those people, everybody like, I don't know nobody that just don't like Cracker Barrel, unless you had a personal experience that we know nothing about. The majority of people, I think, like the food there. They like the little game you play, you pull a little thing, you like the old-timey whatnot and all that. Most people are okay with that. People of all creeds, races, everything I know of, women, men, people like Cracker Barrel. So, first off, you change it, whatnot, everybody going to raise how many people are not going to go because of that? I don't understand why they change it. It's because they change every damn thing. It's McDonald's, how many times it changed or whatnot. They keep adding on. First, they just had a clown. That's all they had. Just a man, hamburger, clown. That was it. Nothing else. And then they add on a bird. And then they add on a hamburger man. And then they add on this and that. And I don't know, they got little monsters and burglars and all that stuff. Cracker Barrel, instead of adding on, taking stuff away. It's just, they always do it. Every company did it. It ain't got nothing to do with woke. Hell.
I'm sure there's people that walk into a Cracker Barrel and be like, where's the spinning wheel? How come there used to be two and now there's only one?
Yeah.
They'd be like, this looks like an Airbnb decorated by a ghost. People be, why? Where's the stuff? They might do that. They might say, something's different. There's light in here. It doesn't look like a small town historical museum. Huh. But they got fucking
watch your mouth.
Hash brown casserole, shepherd's pie. I think they added that to the menu. This
shepherd's pie
lady, they made it with a hash brown casserole. That sounds good. That's a change I can get behind.
Yeah.
But those people weren't gonna get online and be like, woke. Get the woman, get Julie. I forget her name. Boy, I'm having a hard time remembering a lot of women's names on this, and they go get her. Make her cry. Break Cracker Barrel. Somebody said, we got to break Cracker Barrel. They don't even care about Cracker Barrel. This tweet literally said, here's the strategy. Make them go, you woke, you broke, and then the stock goes down. It doesn't matter about the company. We have to break Cracker Barrel like a damn Rocky IV. Break them to prove that you can't do anything that we don't like, that we classify as woke. Because these people looking for the spinning wheel, the rocking chair, or like not getting called an ignoramus on the peg thing, they would have been like, it's different in there, ain't it? They still got fried apples. They were being told it was woke. The whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was one half of the people getting told that Cracker Barrel was woke. They were doing this. It was white overalls man erasure, which... surprised you didn't get mad about that. it is weird. Like they take the white guy down from the restaurant, and then people might think, it's a soul food restaurant. I mean, it ain't that good. White people be like, wait, did black people invent Southern cooking? And then they start thinking, they start reading Michael Twitty books. Who knows what could happen if they take that white man down? Keep the white man next to the barrel, and everybody thinks their Meemaw invented fried okra. You ain't got to get too deep into it. It's like museums. You can't. Slavery wasn't that bad, says Trump. Slavery was. Everybody's always talking about how bad slavery was.
Well, he's literally. You worried about Cracker Barrel, and he's taking slavery out of the Smithsonian. What the hell's wrong with people? What the hell's wrong with America?
Literally, how everybody's always talking about how bad the literal worst thing is.
And here's the difference, too. Everybody raised hell. Everybody got mad at Cracker Barrel. Guess what? They come out real quick. Said, oh, no, he ain't going nowhere. That old wrinkly white man in that barrel ain't going nowhere. It's going to be there forever. How many people are raising hell about the Smithsonian saying that slavery is too bad? He's going to change it. And everybody raising hell, they going to do anything about it? Hell no. Nobody going to do nothing.
Uncle Herschel stays.
Yeah.
The entire institution of slavery, gone.
Yeah.
Never happened.
And it's where it needs to be, in a museum. That's where you're supposed to have that. No one's saying Cracker Barrel needs to have the history of slavery in there. You don't want to go have a meal. I understand that. But it's a damn museum. That's where it is. I'm sure they got a cafe or something in there, too. But
well, look, there was a time a few years ago where we could say Cracker Barrel's going to have an exhibition on slavery. We'd be like, oh, that sounds nice. And they're going to have some good down-home Southern cooking at the museum.
Yeah.
Now, that's nice, a little swap. But no, not now. You say something like that, you'll get... You think burning flags going to get you put in jail? Go tell somebody that you want Cracker Barrel to have a slavery exhibition.
Yeah, try that, see what happens. Yeah. Slavery's woke. Slavery is woke. What the hell? People are crazy.
You get... Half the people are being told Cracker Barrel's woke. Look what they're doing. Woke nonsense. Woke bullshit. Woke horse hockey. And then the other half is like, look what they're doing. They're telling everybody that Cracker Barrel's woke. This is crazy. They're so stupid. They're ignorant. All they care about is overalls, man. And then all it turns into is like a two-way fight online about nothing.
Nothing.
About stupidity.
Nothing. Not a damn thing. About nothing.
This is literally a thing that nobody cares about. The scary thing is the same thing happens about getting rid of talking about slavery. Saying that slavery is bad. Because look, all this woke bullshit about how slavery is bad, and everybody that listens to that same channel, all them same channels, all them same people go, maybe they never thought people were talking too much about how bad slavery was. But now, because there's one group of people telling you one thing, and then you see the other side getting mad about something, you go, well, then I've got to be in favor of it. So I guess I'm in favor of getting rid of slavery talk.
I know damn well most people upset or agreeing with the damn president about the Smithsonian having, too much about slavery, or just not enough nice things about slavery, I think is what it was. It's just you're saying too many bad things.
Oh, so it's not...
It said not to, we can talk about slavery, but, you don't have to say about how bad it is. It's just way too much of that.
It's like they say if you really need to give somebody some criticism, you start off with something nice.
Yeah.
And then the criticism, and then end with something nice. It's like a sandwich, like a criticism sandwich. So I guess you could do the same thing with slavery somehow. I don't know what the two nice things would be, but I figure it'd be easy to come up with the middle part.
All these people saying too much bad stuff about slavery, agreeing with that, I guarantee you, most of none of them been to the damn Smithsonian in their entire lives. Well, maybe this is what they were waiting for. Maybe once Trump gets it fixed up, and I can feel safe to take my family to learn about history once they take all the negative aspects of slavery out of the Smithsonian. What the hell?
I mean, it ain't gonna be just Smithsonian. It's gonna be schools.
Yeah.
it's going to be.
It already is some schools. Let's just say it right now. Some would say it's been in schools forever, that they ain't near enough about slavery. I barely learned anything about the Civil War when I was a kid. You learned about the battles and where they were fought and who won and who did this and all this.
And about how it was states' rights.
Yeah,
and about
states'
how,
rights, yeah.
how the glorious Confederate generals, the lost cause,
Yeah.
the women left behind to fight off the dreadful Yankee soldiers. And then that kind of stuff you learn about.
But yeah, as far as slavery was concerned, well, that's just the way it was back then, and that's how people were. But we're not that way anymore, so let's not talk about it. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. First off, it wasn't the way it always was. There were people back then that were against slavery just as much as people are against it today. You don't hear about many of them other than Abraham Lincoln, freeing them. But that's what you get. That's pretty much it. As far as all that history goes, concerning. So we need to, you're going to learn a little bit extra more at the museum. By God, you ain't. We're getting that out of there. Uh-huh. No more field trip. You ain't going to learn it in a field trip. No, Get it out of there.
No. They might have an exhibit called something like, well, white people are the ones that freed the slaves, so what do you want? What would make you happy?
And this is, of course, they taking them on this field trip after they all watched a Christopher Columbus cartoon that told them, like, yeah, you could have been dead. It was either slavery or dead. It ain't that bad. Hey, if Christopher Columbus said it, I can't do the accent. He said it more like this. No, the slavery not the bad. Or how, I can't do it. Chef Boyardee. Not that Chef Boyardee had anything to do with slavery. I don't know. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't have brought him up. No.
Well, now it's fixed in my head.
Well, no, he just made spaghetti. He didn't have nothing to do. Right, as far as I know. I barely looked up what Cracker Barrel did. I ain't got time to look at Chef Boyardee.
He was a real person.
They're gonna change Chef Boyardee's face on the thing. What would people do? Raise hell? Would it be woke or whatnot? Or just nobody give a damn about Italians or whatever? I don't know.
That whole Christopher Columbus thing where he goes, dead. They could be dead. That's be worse, right?
Oh, it's you. What do they call it?
PragerU.
PragerU. This is already in some schools, by the way.
I know that you don't want kids to learn that slavery wasn't that bad and that Christopher Columbus was just a misunderstood person of his time or whatever, but just learning to say, well, you could be dead. You got an F on this? Well, yeah, I could be dead too. So I guess an F is better than being dead. Like, that's not a great thing to teach anybody anyway.
Nope.
Like, that's a mouthy kid. Well, that's what Christopher Columbus said. You're pregnant? Hey, it's better than being dead. Or however he talks.
That sounds like it. That's pretty close.
Thanks.
Very good.
Hey, Jackie, the sandwich man didn't get convicted or indicted or whatever.
Can't indict it. Well, that just proves the old saying, what they always say, the grand jury could convict a ham sandwich. Well, I guess you can, but you can't convict somebody that throws one or whatever. I don't know. It's a bunch of horse hockey. We all know that. It'd be a misdemeanor or something else he threw up if he did it in the, Murfreesboro or something. I know how many things of food have you thrown at a police officer in your day?
I mean, I don't even know how to. That's good. I don't know. I'd have to.
This got nothing to do with them invading the streets or anything like that. He did this for fun because he's drunk. But how many pieces of food have you thrown at a police officer? And then also, which I guess more important, relevant to this conversation, how many times you've been caught and what they do to you for?
Well, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know how I'd figure it out. I could probably narrow it down to like my top 10 favorite times, but even that's like high fidelity or something. I don't know how to narrow it down even.
Why?
I mean, I used to fill plastic baggies full of egg salad and throw those over the interstate overpass at cop cars as they go by. It's nothing against cops. I just, have a few grudges.
What?
And the egg salad, that could stink, but it caused a big, like if you get them real fat and packed, You go down and buy some of that cheap, damn old Miss Grissom egg salad about a day old or week old when they're about to throw it away or give it to a charity. You go down there and scoop that up and put that in them little baggies and just boom. That was good. That's some good explosions.
Oh.
Egg salads.
Well, did you ever get caught for it?
Yeah.
All right.
All the time.
What'd they do to you when they caught you throwing egg salad on the police car? And that's the car itself, not the individual driving it, not an officer himself, but just the car, right?
Just a car.
All
Well,
right.
I
So
was
what'd
covered
they do to you?
in egg salad and smelled like egg salad.
Well, yeah.
And they just let me go.
They just let you go. That's
Well,
all
they
did?
beat me up, and then they let me go.
All right, there you go. You got a beating out of it, right?
Yeah.
But what about time when they took you in? What'd you have to do? Pay a fine? Pay a ticket? What'd you do when you threw a piece of food?
I didn't have
There
to
was
pay
that time
nothing.
I know for a
Mama
fact,
did.
You threw a whole thing at Dodger Dog, the log, tater logs. You had a whole thing of tater logs. You threw it at one of the deputies.
Now listen, I wouldn't put that on my list because that's shameful. Because Dodge's tater logs are good.
They are good.
And you shouldn't waste them like that. That was because I lost my temper and I throwed that, and he took me down there. I didn't have to pay nothing, but Granny or Mama had to come up with some money.
Yeah, they did.
So if you look at it like that, I guess somebody paid.
But it was a misdemeanor. There wasn't no felony. It wasn't a felony throwing it. I mean, if you kept doing it, which you did, and you still never got a felony.
No, I never got. They don't want to. The thing is, it's a little bit of white privilege, and it's a little bit of just being something that they can barely stand to have in their presence for 5 minutes. Can't hardly stand to deal with it.
Yep.
It's a little bit like, oh, that's just him. Let him go. Like, I'll get him the hose, or maybe, kick him. Like, if he's down on the ground, you can kick him. You just don't want to touch him or put him in your cars, because what they found is it's hard to get some of them stains off. I don't know what it is on me or about me, but several times, completely different situations. Car stain, same kind of stain. They're like, what in the hell is this? Like, I don't know. I had different stuff all over me.
My old red Chevrolet, I had for years and years, and I'll run a car till it's in, I ain't one for getting a new automobile. This thing I rode for, how long would I have it? 20 years. I rode that since the 70s, whatnot. They had like a whole thing on the back seat in the truck just to him. Like somehow it went through his shirt and left the indentation of the shirt into the seat. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know what kind of comes out of your skin to make what's on your skin and push it into the fabric of the seat. I don't know what it is. I told her to get to a doctor, and he said he did, but I don't know. He got something in his sweat, skin, something oozing out of him. I don't know what it is, but it don't go away. That's for sure. Nowadays, he don't get in my car. I got a truck now. Well, it's car, truck car, whatever you will call it. But I put
El Camino.
Well, some people call it that. I like to call it truck. It's fun for me to call it truck car, whatnot.
Okay.
But I put a towel. He knows to have a towel.
Yeah.
He put a towel in that.
Got my back towel.
Down. Yep. Every time he put a towel down. Yep.
I tell you, you don't need to be driving anymore anyway. So I don't know that I need to be riding around with you. It's dangerous. Yeah. Although if you want to go get some Hardee's after this or some Crystals, I'll ride with you.
Well, you got your towel with you, yeah.
I got my towel. Some of them towels about to get eat up. Yeah. About to get eaten plumb through with it, whatever it is.
I won't go it's been a while since I've been to Hardee's.
Yeah, let's go.
I like Hardee's.
Let's just real quick. What else you been mad about, Jackie?
I mean, what else have been everything to be mad about? Well, ICE took an American citizen, a woman. Where was that? What state was that in?
I think it's Massachusetts mom detained for 10 days by ICE.
Family didn't know where she was, nothing like this.
They picked her up. She had like a marijuana charge from years ago.
Had been pardoned for that by the state years ago as well. No
and
longer
it's legal in Massachusetts now.
Also legal, not even that. So that's why they got to be.
She's a naturalized citizen too. Is that right? Permanent resident.
Permanent resident citizen.
Yeah.
They couldn't find her for 10 days. Then come to find out, we got to let her go. They just put her outside. It was raining. Woman didn't have nothing, no money, nothing on her. They grab you, they throw you in the car to wherever you at. She had to walk 30 damn miles to get where she walk into. It's like a restaurant or something to tell someone to call a family. But she walked 30 miles in the rain. How old is she? Late 30s, 40s.
It ain't good. They
It
just
don't matter
doing whatever
how
they
old
want
you
to.
are. It
I
don't
saw a
matter how
list
old
of
you
how many kids, like little kids, they've been rounding up and shipping off. They just doing whatever they want to do.
Pretty
There's
much.
a bunch of bullies right now. I think we can recap all this bullshit real easy. There's a bunch of bullies.
Yep.
There's a big bully at the top, and then there's a bunch of little wannabe bullies, and all they do all day long is figure out ways to get the big bully to like them. So they have to out-bully the bully or come up with ways to be more like the big bully.
Yep.
Little petty, little revenge fantasies,
Yep.
little bitty insults all day long, little trolls, little things that turn into fascism. That turn into all these little bitty things. Well, I'll show him. I'll bring a damn army in there. I'll take over damn Union Station, D.C. I'll fight crime. And I'll get on TV. I'll say, I can do whatever I want. I'm the damn president. People say dictator, but I'm not a dictator. But they want a dictator. All I'm doing is making the trains run on time.
That's right. Yeah, I'm the president. I can do any damn thing I want because I'm the president. Petty, little, childish, simple, stupid ass people
Mean.
are stripping you of your rights over nothing that's got nothing to do with you, just to do it. They're doing it right now, taking American citizens' rights. Right now, you may be loving, clapping, and saying, oh, get the Mexicans, get the brown people, round them up. But what if it's you? What if you got a little too much of a suntan one day, or you somewhere, and you walking 30 miles after you've been detained for 10 days, your family don't know where you're at. That woman's rights were stripped from her. She's a natural resident. Anyway, have fun with it. Have a good time with it. That's right. Yeah.
You don't even have to worry about, listen, you think, they go get the brown people and then they'll be done. They ain't gonna be done.
Oh, no.
That ain't even have to be a damn list. Half this shit is because they running up on somebody. They got a quota. They bored. They're like showing off for their other little bully buddies. They ain't got a reason. They ain't got a list. They're not targeting people. They're just saying, oh, brown, get them. See what they got.
Yep.
And then the damn white people, anybody who thinks they're going to be exempt, there is no exemption because you got bullies, petty, mean, small-minded, horrible people working their way up into power, because when it starts at the top, the whole character of the country changes, and then everybody's terrible. So maybe you did something to piss somebody off. Well, the way we're headed now, they're going to throw you in jail. They may never hear from you again. You may wind up in Uganda because there was some MAGA person who was more MAGA than you, and you pissed them off. You cut them off in traffic. Who the hell knows? You grabbed the last Entmans at the grocery store.
Yep.
It was on special. Sounds pretty good right now. Who knows? You're in for it too. We're all in for it. They're just doing whatever they want to do. And someday, it's going to be what you don't want them to do. And that's coming for all of us right now.
Everybody.
You think it's just John Bolton? You think it's Mexicans and John Bolton? You think it's black women in positions of power? Yes.
Definitely.
But your day's coming, friend. We're all going to be, and we're all like 15 minutes of fame, at least 15 minutes of detention center. We're all winding up there. D.C., they Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Am I saying his name right? They sent him, they picked him up, they sent him to El Salvador.
Where he was
deported him
to El Salvador. Had no reason to. Supreme Court said had to bring him back. While the whole time he was there, he talked about how they treated him. They're torturing everybody down there. Yep.
They said they were wrong.
Yeah.
And then that person who said they were wrong got fired.
Yep.
And then he gets to come back, but they're like, but we're going to deport him as soon as we can. They give him trial in Tennessee, a great place to put people on trial if you want to send them to Uganda.
Yep.
And they're about to send him to Uganda. But I think a judge stepped in and said, well,
wait a minute, just a few minutes. It'll get to the Supreme Court. I'm sorry. I hope somebody sends him a good travel package, and I feel sorry for this man. I certainly feel sorry for his family, but more than likely, I think we all know what's going to happen.
Give him a couple months and then Uganda.
Yep.
that's just pettiness because they were wrong.
Yeah,
they don't want to prove. And
this man didn't do nothing wrong, but they're wrong, and now they got stuck with it. So we're gonna show you, and by showing you is destroying this man and his family. It's gonna be somebody you know. Eventually, it's gonna be you or somebody you know. If once you let the government start treating people this way, it don't stop. It just don't.
There's nobody admitting they've done anything wrong ever in this administration. Even other administrations, Republicans, Democrats, there'd be somebody saying, oh, no, that was wrong. There'd be investigations. There'd be congressional hearings. They'd say, oh, you ought not be doing that. Everybody get up there and yell and talk and bluster and do their now that's not happening. There's nobody standing up to any of these people in any way at all. Gavin Newsom's got his means.
He got his little thing.
Chuck Schumer's got his.
Yep.
And that's all that's happening.
The people with the most influence, the people with the most money, the people that can actually do something are going there and giving them gold bars for what all of these actions, taking citizens' rights from them. As long as he don't get me.
Cracker Barrel can't even change their fucking logo.
Watch your mouth.
Without risking jail time.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Doge put your social security number up on a easily hackable website.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, just in case you didn't know about that. People upset, remember when they were mad about Hillary doing a server, all that stuff. I know, what's the point? Hypocrisy or a waste of time. But this man, Musk, literally put millions and millions of citizens' Social Security information on some questionable thing. Yeah, they had a whistleblower come out there. Also had whistleblower come out on FEMA. They had to let all those folks go, talking about just how rocky and how dangerous that situation is right now since they fired everybody. So what their solution? Let's fire some more people. Obviously, the people telling them they didn't want to do nothing, so they had no choice but to tell somebody because they know something terrible is about to happen. So what happens? They fire them too, so even less people, yeah.
Bill Pulte or whatever his name is over in the housing department or wherever that is just going through people's old mortgage applications and looking for misprints and mistakes that would normally not get prosecuted. As far as I can tell, like, look, if they're crooked and they're doing crooked stuff, then they need the same treatment as everybody else gets. But we don't need to single out Trump's enemies and punish them for things that other people don't get punished for. Doesn't seem right, especially when Trump never gets punished for any of this stuff. It seems like his mortgage fraud was tens of millions of stuff that left the state of New York, city of New York on the hook for, and this seems like maybe they got like an interest rate point or something. I don't know. I don't understand money or houses. So I'm not the best person to speak to this, but I do understand petty little weasels. Yeah. And that's what this man in the housing department who used to be on Twitter giving people $500, where's a veteran I can give a car to? That's nice. He should go back and do that.
Yeah.
He's a little rich boy who was giving money away to people, clout chasing. That was great. I don't like him as a bureaucrat chasing after Trump's enemies list. Like, do we even... I'm sure something will come out on Adam Schiff eventually. Yeah. Like, that shouldn't be your full-time job. Maybe you should be trying to find houses for people to live in that's cheap.
That would be good, yeah.
Although he did say that since they're kicking all the immigrants out, that there'll be more houses. Listen, there's just a bunch of petty little bullies running things that's really terrible, and probably the worst one is Stephen Miller. And he said that the people that was protesting the troops being in D.C. were just old white hippies.
Old white hippies, yeah. Still a problem, evidently, in this country. Have been since, 1960, them old, well, they were young then, now they're old. And just can't get him to shut up.
I figured that'd make you mad calling you a hippie.
I ain't a hippie.
Well, he said you was.
He could say whatever the hell he want. You got to come up with some name for me because my skin ain't brown. So he going to call me hippie. Fine, I got a beard. Yeah, I'm an old hippie. That's right. Sitting here just getting high on the marijuana, whatever it is, and just woo, do. I'm a crazy hippie protesting and hollering and whatever. Hell, yeah, you don't have to be a hippie to not want a bunch of damn. First off, military vehicle swiping your car out front, which we hear getting reports of, that people's getting damaged and whatnot, that's happening. And also just sending the damn National Guard out there to pick up garbage. Please, you're the president. You can do better than that. I know.
You should be picking out garbage. Why don't you go out there?
He said he wanted to go out on D.C. for a raid. If that's what the raid is, then yeah, by all means, please do. Go out there and pick up some garbage. And not like Gavin Newsom does when he slick back hair like, I'm getting rid of all these homeless people. Watch me. I'm out there. Get a picture of me clearing up this homeless mess. Whatnot. Yeah, whatnot. Now, look. Gavin Newsom's all you got right now. I wouldn't say, tear it down. If it's working, it's working. We'll deal with that, I guess. It really is. I always say lesser of the two evils or whatnot, I suppose, right? Gavin Newsom reminded me, what's that movie, that old 80s, what was it, Michael Douglas?
Wall Street.
Geckos. That's his name, right?
That's
Gecko.
a lizard.
Old Gecko. He like his little cousin or something. Remember how like Scrappy Doo or something? They would have Scooby Doo, have Scrappy Doo. Newsom reminds me Gecko's like little special cousin that helps him. Like, hey, let's get on him, yeah, whatever he did, Wall Street, whatever.
People hated Scrappy Doo.
Well, they did. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that's what it reminded me of. Like,
well, that tracks.
Mini Me or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Geckos, the same hair, whatnot, and suits and whatnot. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Right.
That's pretty good. Oh, Scrappy Newsom.
Yep.
Scrappy New.
He's scrapping, that's all right. I don't know anybody else. I'm sure plenty of people trying to make fun of Trump. People try every day, but not many people get through to him, and it seemed to upset him. So,
but Gavin Newsom's social media manager is finally doing it.
Yep. By God, it took somebody to stand up to him. Yeah, I would hope it would be Congress or judges or
Scrappy
Supreme Court. But nope. It's just whoever runs somebody's Twitters. But that makes sense because pretty much everybody that used to run Twitters are now in the White House doing whatever, giving out your Social Security number to whoever.
Yeah, or looking up people's more like every powerful black woman who's come into some position over in the Biden years is gonna get put in jail for 30 years for some bullshit.
Yep.
Should we go to Cracker Barrel instead of Hardee's?
I don't even want to go. But people, right now, everybody's confused over it. So I don't even want to go there. There are people protesting or people going there to support them or whatnot. It just makes me not want to have nothing to do with it. Let me tell you, whatever side you fall on in this, which there ain't no side because it's a bunch of nothing. The sides on Cracker Barrel were invented. I ain't talking about the sides of the food. I'm talking about this.
Sometimes I just get all sides.
Well, I do too. It's good. I like it. I can get hot corn. I get the potato and the gravy.
Macaroni and cheese. All that
I get a whole thing of sides here sometimes. It's good. But yeah, I'm talking about that. If you think you're on a side with Cracker Barrel as far as political whatnot, you're not, because there ain't one, and it don't make a damn bit of sense. You just get distracted for a few days, a little more from like the president possibly being a pedophile.
Listen, I got one thing for you. Let's dress up. Let's put on some coveralls and write ICE on the back. Hold on. We go down to Cracker Barrel and we start confiscating the rocking chairs. It just confused the hell out of everybody. Well, what are you doing that for? Say, we got to get rid of these. Trump's orders. Throw any country, old-timey shit, any lace, any ghostly painting, anything anything with Lee Greenwood's face on it or an American flag in the gift shop, peppermint candy. We got to get rid of this.
I didn't vote for this.
Well, hell, I don't know. I reckon you did. I'm pretty sure I can look at the demographics for this county, but I reckon you did. We just throw it in your truck and we drive it to the dump. Well, we could keep a rocking chair or two and the candy.
Yeah, all right. Let's go do that. Oh.
Do you have any coveralls that fit me?
Oh, I thought you did. What you got? Are we going to wear ice?
My skin eat through them coveralls.
Oh, hell.
My back secretions.